In the grand tapestry of life, birth is a mere accident. It is karma, our actions, and their consequences that truly shape our destiny. To believe that one is inherently superior or inferior based solely on the circumstance of their birth is not just illogical, it is a tragic fallacy. Yet this fallacy, this poisonous notion of caste, continues to plague our society. We are born into a predetermined social hierarchy, our lives mapped out before we even take our first breath. This ancient system, with its roots in a bygone era, casts a long and oppressive shadow over modern India. It is a system that thrives on division, on the misguided belief that some lives are inherently more valuable than others. But the truth is far simpler, far more humane. A child, born into this world, is pure potential. They are a blank slate, untouched by the prejudices and hierarchies of the world. It is our duty as a society to nurture that potential, to allow every individual the opportunity to carve their own path, unburdened by the shackles of caste. Casteism is not a regional phenomenon. It is a national shame. It is the poison that courses through the veins of our society, infecting every aspect of our lives. From our villages to our cities, from our schools to our workplaces, the insidious tendrils of caste reach everywhere. It determines who we befriend, who we marry, and even where we are buried. We often talk about caste in terms of the upper and lower divide, a simplistic binary that fails to capture the true complexity of this deeply ingrained system. Casteism is not just about the oppression of one group by another, it is about the fragmentation of an entire society into rigid hierarchical compartments. This fragmentation creates a breeding ground for prejudice and discrimination. It fosters a culture of silence, where speaking out against injustice is taboo, and challenging the status quo is met with resistance and hostility. The insidious nature of casteism lies in its ability to permeate even the most intimate spaces of our lives, shaping our thoughts, beliefs, and interactions. The narrative of casteism is often framed as a battle between the privileged upper castes and the marginalized lower castes. But this simplistic binary obscures the reality that casteism is a far more pervasive and insidious force. It is not confined to interactions between different caste groups. It exists even within them. Take, for instance, the Dalit community. Often perceived as a homogeneous group, the reality is far more nuanced. Within the Dalit community itself, there exists a hierarchy, with some subcastes considered higher than others. This internalized casteism leads to discrimination and prejudice, even within communities that have themselves been historically marginalized. The same holds true for the so-called upper castes. The Brahmin community, often placed at the apex of the caste pyramid, is not immune to its own internal divisions. Subcastes within the Brahmin community engage in their own forms of hierarchy and exclusion, perpetuating the cycle of discrimination. This internalized casteism, often invisible to the outsider's eye, demonstrates the insidious reach of this system.